seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. They believe that their wide receiver is the best in the country. He has been so electric this season, nobody can stop him. They believe that he is so efficient in the red zone, top 5 in the country in receiving touchdowns, and he firmly belongs in the Heisman conversation to hear his name called in New York later this year. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's more. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Inside the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds. But
makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Finds a little space. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways. They'll move the tight end.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The pull and throw off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Moore from the gun trying to convert 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Moore with the play fake. He's got him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Throwing Moore. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Oregon! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's more to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll go play action with Moore. He'll take a deep shot here. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And the Ducks will go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Moore, play action. Fires to the right. Makes the grab on the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Quarterback knew he had man coverage there, and there was no question where he was going with it. Found his matchup on the perimeter, one-on-one, made an accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. At the 35, he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Auburn lines up quickly.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire 1st half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking deep. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Power football with the run. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Moore throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Moore with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Time to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Blue 30. Blue. Punch, punch. Blue 40 strong. Blue 40 strong. Blue idiot.
Throwing more. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Moore to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Absolutely center cut. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 16, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Volunteers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Connection to the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Fakes to grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Now that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
And the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Trainers out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Here's more to throw. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Moore from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the big fella. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, there the free safety shows you his coverage ability in man-to-man. He was locked in with his guy, and he was able to knock that ball away.
So now it's 2nd and long. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. The give to the back. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. It's those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Might have a chance. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go play action with Moore. Zings it complete to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that game to the other team.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, after the missed field goal, the lead is still 23.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some point.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the 1st down. At the 35, he's open. Hits the afterburner. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Running to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Dante Moore. Got his man downfield. Looking for room at the 30. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Hands it off. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now on second down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After losing track of the play clock, better keep an eye on it this time. It's 2nd and 10.
Black 14, black 14.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He's got it. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He might want another play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really not.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. More play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
Well, you got 3rd and California. Not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with this.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. He's got it. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll start this drive from the 42. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Back open in the middle.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on